Hi guys. So as you know, I'm doing a lot of knife reviews those days, and this is the second one I'm gonna do following the same steps that I've done on the first one, the Idun knife review and knife test. And well, today which knife is it? It's the Hedgehog leatherwork. Well, it's not Hedgehog, it's designed by Paul Scheiter, the guys, the head of Hedgehog Leatherworks, and it's made in conjunction with the great Ontario Knives Blade Company in the USA. And this is the beast. It's called the Blackbird, and it's the Blackbird SK5. It's 5 for 5 inches, the length of the blade. It's designed by someone that knows what he's doing. He has worked on that one for 5 years, as he told us. And well, it's in my opinion a very well thought knife. It's well designed, and I'm just gonna go and talk about the different features he has added to this knife. This is the first production run. It's almost a collector. I was behind my computer to order it because I wanted it so bad just to try it, and because I really trust what my friend Paul Scheiter is doing. So now the blade, I'm gonna start talking about the shape of the blade. As you may see, it's a spear point blade. Hope you see it well. This is for several reasons, and one is it allows a stronger point on the blade, so it's a really good thing. But it also does have this shape for one reason. As you may see, the point is totally aligned with the screws, and the screws are in the exact middle of the knife, so this allows you to drill with the point quite easily when making traps or making stuff like that. This is the first thing. You will also notice that you don't have some thumb grooves here. This is because it's a knife that is designed and thought to be used for long hours and to avoid injuring your fingers and stuff like that. So you do not have finger grooves here and the grip. So, and it doesn't avoid the fact that you can use it with thumb here. It's not usually you don't use a knife with the thumb behind the blade, but well, it's well designed about that. Another thing, it's a full taper grind. This means that the grind goes from the edge to the spine of the knife. This allows very good, slicing and cutting efficiency, and it should be, I will try that, it should be really great for feather sticks too. Another thing he has done, it's a sharp spine. This means that it's excellent for striking fire steel. I've forgotten to say that the steel is, I have a doubt on the name, but it's 154, or I really don't remember, sorry about that, but it's a steel that has really excellent rust and corrosion resistance. So this is a pretty good thing, because most of the huge knives are in 1095 steel. This means these knives may rust, so it doesn't need any coating on the blade. This means less problems and no rusting, no worries of it rusting in your hands. The handle, well, the handle is designed with really, a shape that fits in your hand with great ergonomics, and you really can feel no sharp angle. As you may see here, you see no sharp angle. Everything is rounded out, aligned perfectly, so that you won't feel any problems when using hot spots or stuff like that. And also it's micarta, maybe linen micarta or canvas micarta, I'm not sure of that, but it's a really nice blade. You have a nice finger guard here, which allows you to avoid having the hand slipping on the blade. Maybe I'm forgetting some features, but you have here a slit and not a hole or two holes. This means you can add or remove easily a leash if you use one. I'm not always a great fan of leashes. The main reason why I add a leash is when I use it for chopping, it may be useful to have one just to avoid your blade, you know, flying around. And also because when I use the knife for really fine work, like so, I just add, which usually is used with larger blades, but I like to have that possibility, so I just put my leash around my forearm and use the knife like so for really fine carving. This allows you to remove easily when washing the blade, when you don't want any leashes on your knife. It's really a great feature. You also notice that at the bottom, the pommel of the knife is totally flat and it's a 90-degree angle with the rest of the knife. This means you can make light batoning like so with a piece of wood to slice your branches, but it also means that if usually you won't do that, but if you have to make a spear with that, you can easily, you know, just make a slice like so and cut it to the middle of the stick, then add the knife and lash it around. So it's really a knife that is thought and designed for outdoors and bushcraft. Now I'm gonna make the various tests of this knife like I've done for the former one. The first test is feather sticks. So let's see how this works with feather sticks. Okay, so let's try the feather sticks. Well, very nice curls. They are paper thin. I can get some really thin feathers here. And it doesn't bite into the wood. It's really excellent. Oh, I haven't tried a lot of knives that can achieve so easily with no force on them. This one is really look at that. Those here are just paper thin. It's excellent. So the mark for feather sticks will be easily a 6. Look, just by sliding it you can achieve really paper thin. I'm trying not to cut them. Well, it's a 6 without any doubt. So now let's see the general cutting. I've done that in my kitchen with apples, and as you will see, it's an excellent kitchen knife too. Okay guys, now general cutting. I'm sorry, I should have thought about that before, but I didn't realize I should record myself. Sorry, it's still a bit messy. I'm still moving in and I have a lot of gear here, but I was making using my SK5 first production run, designed by Paul Scheiter and made by Ontario, USA, and I've decided to use it to cut my apples, and it did cut perfectly. It's not a kitchen knife, but in general cutting it's just an excellent knife. So my mark here is 6, because I could really have a thin edge, really precise, and it did just slide through like it would cut batter. So my mark here is 6. Okay, now some batoning with a nice piece of spruce. Let's see how this works. Well, pretty much like so. So okay, well, I think it speaks by itself. No problems at all to get through that wood. I think, without any doubt, I'll give it, well, a 6. It works really well, and nothing more to say here. It's excellent for batoning. It was built with that in mind, and you can really feel it when you do that. Works really well. So it's a 6. Okay, so now it's the chopping test. So I'm gonna try to find a nice little piece of wood to test that. I'm not gonna take a huge one, because when I usually do some cross-cutting, it's not with a blade of that kind. I do that on pieces of, let's say, that size here. So for the comparison, here you see that. So let's try it. Okay. I'm not being precise here, but it removes really nice chunks. I'm struggling to hit twice the same spot. It digs nice into the wood. You may think I use a lot of force here, but actually I'm just swinging the blade with a really not a firm grip, thanks to the let's say the gloves here. It won't slip at all. Here you see it's almost done. Well, I can turn the wood on itself. Okay, here. So I must say it's the blade itself. It's a pretty light knife, in my opinion, which is not a problem at all. It's more comfy to use, but you have to have a good swing. But it's an excellent chopper, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give, it's a hard one, let's say for this one I think it's a 5. It's an excellent blade, but as it's a bit lighter, you have more reach, like so. But I wasn't precise at all. I think 5, as I'm not doing halves, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 5 means it's an excellent knife, and I must say I'm really impressed by this knife. It's really a good chopper. I've tried some chopping before, and I've been always really happy about that. Usually in a survival situation I wouldn't do much chopping, but it's a good test to learn how to use a knife and to get that feeling when you use it. So it's a 5, and a big 5. A big 5. Excellent chopper. Sorry about that, guys. The batteries ran out and the light conditions are worse and worse, so I'm gonna try to finish it here. And I've broken one of my pieces because I was being a bit in a hurry, so I still have the first piece I've built and chopped a new piece of wood to finish it. Now, as you may see, usually when I do my traps, I try to break as much as possible the wood to avoid cutting too much, and because it allows you to keep a bit of your strength